I am a writer who has not been writing. Hey there and welcome to my channel. This is Foggy Fiction and I am Haley. I'm a writer living with mental illness, doing my best to show that mental health does not dictate talent or worth, and hoping to encourage others to chase their dreams. If you're new to my channel, I try to post 1 to 2 videos a week, usually about things related to writing, reading, or mental health, but sometimes I get off topic and that's okay too. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love if you'd hit that button and join me on this journey. In today's video, I am doing the writer's not writing tag, because like I said, I am a writer who has not been writing. This is an older tag, and I do not remember where I found it, but I do have the link to the original video and all of the information on that in the description box below. With that, let's get to it. Number 1, do you have a day job? I do. I work retail and I love my job. Number 2, are you a reader? Absolutely. I mean, I'm pretty sure that all writers are, or like they should be, right? Number 3, what are your other hobbies? I love to crochet and work in my bullet journals. Yes, journals, because I have 3 that I work in right now. I'm also a huge gamer, and well, they aren't very relevant anymore. I was a big choir and theater nerd in high school and college. And I draw, but I'm not really great at it, especially compared to the talent that my mom had. I have a lot of hobbies, like I really do, but I kind of bounce back and forth between them a lot. Number 4, tea or coffee? I love both, actually. But caffeine started triggering my panic attacks about 8 years ago, so I tend to just stick with decaf coffee nowadays, and I don't have that very often. Number 5, what are you passionate about? Well, writing, of course, but I bet you were expecting that one. Being open about my mental health, the journey that I have with it, and doing what I can to help break that stupid stigma around it. What else? My boyfriend, cats. Food. If you saw the amount of snacks I have sitting around me right now, I think you might be able to see some of them behind me, like snacks. And right now I'm pretty passionate about stickers, like especially Sticky Club. There's so many other things I'm passionate about, but you know, that's what pops up right off the bat. Number 6, do you have any pets? I am a cat mom through and through, though unfortunately my fur baby passed away in October, and we haven't welcomed another baby into our family yet. Number 7, what was your dream job as a child or when you were younger? So when I was a kid, like a little kid, the first thing I ever wanted to be was ballerina. And then I did actually join a dance studio, and I did dance for 9 years, and I realized pretty quick that it wasn't something that I wanted to make a career. I always wanted to be a mom. A lot of times when I was asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, I'd say a mom, which is funny because now I'm pretty content with just having cats and no kids. I love being an aunt. That's good enough for me. I knew I wanted to be a writer when I wrote my first story at 7 years old, but I always assumed that I could just write books on the side, like be a writer and have another job. So that was always my plan, which is good because that's kind of the plan that most writers should have. But when I was 8 years old, I decided that I wanted to be a forensic scientist. And a few years after that, I read the book Whoever Fights Monsters by Robert Ressler, I believe. And that's when I decided I wanted to be a criminal profiler. And I was pretty set on being a criminal profiler until I turned 16. And sometime around when I was 16, I decided that I wanted to be an actress and just do it all. Which I did go into college intending to major in theater and creative writing on a vocal music scholarship. And yet here I am, 30 years old, working retail and still editing my first 2 books. So doing good. Number 8. If you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be? My boyfriend and I have seriously talked about this. Like, what if we win the lottery, which we don't even play, or if I make bank on my books, which likely isn't going to happen, like where would we legit move? And while we had talked about moving to Colorado for a lot of reasons, the number one for me at the time being that one of my best friends in the world lived there at the time, the real answer is that we probably wouldn't move much further than like just outside of the city that we currently live in. I know that's such a boring answer, but it's the truth. Number 9, do you speak any foreign languages? No. I can say a few curse words in German. I took 1 year of French in high school and learned almost nothing. I can say a few curse words in French. Honestly, I just want to learn American Sign Language. My hearing isn't great, and I will likely need to learn it whenever I'm much older anyway. Plus, my youngest niece uses it to communicate. She's not deaf, but she is mostly nonverbal, so she uses sign language. And more than any of that, like, people should just know it anyway. And number 10, what music would we find in your collection? Like, in general, I'm pretty eclectic. I mostly listen to rock, metal, alternative, grunge, emo, you know, that kind of stuff. My favorite bands are Theory of a Dead Man and In This Moment. But like I also listen to a bit of basically everything else too. My Spotify is madness. But if we're talking writing music, then my playlist is mostly video game soundtracks. Fallout, Elder Scrolls, The Witcher. I like music that doesn't really have vocals to it. More background ambience kind of stuff. Except when I was in college. I pretty much only listened to Creed's greatest hits when I was writing in college. Anyway, that's it. That is the Writers Not Writing tag. Let me know down in the comments if you have already done this tag or if you're planning to do it, because I would love to watch the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and more than that, enjoy the happy moments.